Today is vlog day 965. Good morning, and round two supposedly, well definitely, of attempting to get on this podcast. Hopefully I actually get on this podcast this morning. Yesterday for French Friday, which I didn't actually call it French Friday because I got out of the frame as fast as I could, but we celebrated International Women's Day by talking about whether or not Paris was safe. Today, we're going to enjoy a real Friday. We're going to enjoy a real Friday by learning how to improve our latte art with my buddy Fox over at Good News Coffee. And that's going to be great. But first, I have to do this podcast, which means I need something to eat to stay alive. All right, good morning. Thanks, guys. Motherboard Cali guys podcast was a lot of fun. It was just fun. We actually just sat and basically talked for about 2 hours. They had a lot of questions. It was really neat too. It's fun to go on a podcast where people actually have seen what the few of the podcasts I've gone on. They're like, so what do you do? And so it's just fun. We had a really good time, and seemed like some really great guys. Anyways, I will link to that below. I'll link to them, but I'll also link to it whenever it goes live on Twitter, of course, and then on my vlog that day, assuming that I see it on time, and I'll be sure to share that with you guys. Today, right now, like I said, I'm headed to Good News Coffee. The other thing I want to do is I want to check out the new wall around the Eiffel Tower and see if I can't get my wheel through security or if that's a no-no. We'll find out. Good coffee at Good News as always. I'm gonna go check. It was too crazy in there, as you've already probably figured out, because the title of the film was not like how to improve your latte art. It was too nuts in there to do it. So we'll come back and do that again another time. But the coffee, that carrot cake was delicious. I'm gonna head over to the Eiffel Tower, see if I can get my wheel through security, and then I gotta find lunch sometime soon because I'm not super hungry yet, but you know I'm gonna be by the time we get through this guy. Good to see that the clipboard scammers haven't given up yet. You know, that'd be kind of sad if they stopped. I mean, how else would you know that you're in authentic Paris if somebody wasn't trying to scam you with a clipboard? I thought I'd come down and check out the security setup down here now that they've been working on this forever, for like a year and a half, something like that. This wall, this glass wall on my right is actually not nearly as ugly as I thought it was, except for this section right here. That section's not so great either, but most of it's pretty nice. It's a tragedy that it has to be here. The reason it's here is because some dude walked in under the Eiffel Tower with a bomb in his backpack a few years ago, and they're like, okay, well, we can't do that anymore. More clipboard scam artists. But with the glass here now, instead of like the big monstrosity that was here for a while, they had like an opaque fence for a long time. This doesn't look too bad. It does mean that you can't wander through freely anymore, which is tragic, because you used to be able to just walk straight under the Eiffel Tower at your leisure, which was glorious. And now, You either got to go around or you got to go through security to get in. That is my other goal today. I don't think I'm going to be able to film exactly what security entails, but we have security over here, and I was kind of curious if I could get my wheel inside. I guess the quick answer would be just to ask if they'll let me in. They've got like a metal detector. I should be able to pass through a metal detector, no problem. Now let's give it a try. Right away, there are two lines, one for people with tickets and one without tickets. So if you get your tickets in advance, it's gonna make your trip in faster, I can tell you that much. Turning into an Eiffel Tower video, I didn't know, this is not how I thought the day was gonna go. Yeah, if they're not gonna allow Gustavs or rollerblades, I have a high suspicion that the wheel won't make it in either. I'll ask these security guys really quickly, and just to be sure, which is too bad because, you know, if this had been, if this had been like, you know, 2-3 years ago and I'd had my wheel, I'd have been able to ride around like crazy under there. It would have been amazing. It's sad, but you can't go in for free. You can get through security, at least go look at the Eiffel Tower from underneath. You know, better than nothing. Going up, it's worth it once in your life. I'm not gonna be doing that anytime soon though, hopefully. Again, I made a video about that already. Go check that video out. I'm not doing that today. I asked the security dude and he said, "Non, c'est interdit," which means, no, it's forbidden. So it's such a dramatic word. Every time a French person tells me that about anything, I just immediately want to rebel, which that's the American in me, what can I say? That's tragic, the great tragedy of my life. You'll also see a bunch of these really big pylons preventing cars from jumping in, which is good, because you don't want to get run over by a car while you're here. Otherwise, place is calm. It's chill, it's better. I don't know. I'm not a fan again of the fact that we need to have this wall here, but the fact that it's glass, it's very tastefully done, very minimalistic, makes me feel much better about it. And while it might ruin the fun of being able to just walk under the Eiffel Tower whenever you feel like it, at least we're safe. I suppose there's always that. Anywho, now it's time for lunch. I will say that this is so much nicer now that all the construction is done. This area has just been a giant cluster for so long. It's been so hard to even want to. I don't even want to walk through here usually. So now that that's done, I mean, in peak season, tourist season, this place is a madhouse anyways. But way nicer. Thank you, Paris, for putting that together. I'm happy that we've got a little bit more security. Just got to pass the chariot here. Anywho. All right, well, that solves that series of questions. No wheels underneath, but at least everything is very close to being completed. It looks like they still have some construction offices in containers underneath it, so maybe they're not quite there yet, but hopefully, shortly, all that construction will be a thing of the past, a nightmare that we can all put behind us and go back to living our quaint little lives. Progress is being made on the old washing machine finally. Plumber's on his way. Felix is working on his thing right now. Just getting it all prepped up and ready to go. I'm gonna get out of here so I'm out of their hair. Go work somewhere else. The day has turned out to be very nice. I'm really enjoying the wheel. The better I get on it, the more fun I have with it. I'm having a blast. So I'm gonna wheel away from here, find a spot to sit, and get some work done on my computer because I definitely need to finish up a lot of things, and I might actually wrap things up here. Unless of course you see Pouchon, in which case I'll let Pouchon be the end screen today. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning for whatever glorious things await us here in Paris on a Saturday. Ooh, Gilets jaunes. There's not very many of them left. I wouldn't worry about it, but still. Ugh. It's alive! I don't have to carry my dirty laundry through the streets of Paris anymore. This is great. Thank you, Rob. And thanks to Felix and the plumber, who will probably never see this, but thanks to them nonetheless. I already texted them a thank you. This is amazing! I put a small load in. I'm gonna have to go get a drying rack for myself, but like, I'm really excited. Oh man, this is great. Anywho, we're just like 1 or 2 steps away from being able to finish this place as far as we're gonna be finishing it. And that is, oh man, it just went silent. I'm really interested to hear how loud this thing actually is. It's not loud at all. I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning for a sparklingly, cleanly clothed day here in Paris, and I hope that you're having a wonderful time of it wherever it is you are. Light's probably better like this. See you tomorrow.